circle of the original clan mothers, because I share those this is a closed circle, and I never did this in ceremony on the internet, so it's very exciting for me as well.
Yeah.
Never shared any sacred ceremonies on the internet. So, but yeah, this is a beautiful group of women. It's a really, really beautiful, and I love to hold this space, because we have this 13-moon cycle, and now this virus is coming around. I think it's even more important to hold space together and to be together, and to hold this energy for healing for the whole. So yeah, and the teachings of Jamie Sams are so beautifully woven into everything. It's so into everything. And also for these teachings, I created 13 shields of the clan mothers. So yeah,
beautiful. Yeah, I think especially during times like this where the entire world is rocking, but it also in our own personal life, when things get rocky, to have a way to identify that which is good, which does nurture you, to hold on to that and let it hold you as you move through the disruptions is really, really, I agree with you. It's really important. And I really have respected your holding of circle as sacred. It's not just a gathering for over coffee. It is a sacred space. And I've heard that from you and felt that from you in all of our conversations.
Yeah.
So,
that's very important. I think we do it not for us. It's always not for us. We work for the divine principle. We work for the divine mother. And to me, it's, if you really know what you are doing, that's a difference, having a circle with just talking together and have coffee or tea or whatever, or in sacred space, because in sacred space for me is a closed space. It's like something has put on top of it, and everything can go out, and there comes nothing in what you don't want. Or what's not invited. So you keep it safe, and you keep it sacred as well. Yeah.
It reminds me of that, the concept, like you said, you'd mentioned it, the wisdom that each woman has within them. And there are places where that wisdom can be shared, and sometimes it's appropriate to not share. It's okay to not share all you know everywhere.
Yeah.
But when you come into a place where there's an acknowledgement that there is wisdom in everyone there, and a respect for that, there's the core values that you hold together. Like coming into this room, I said the core values here is we come together in respect. We come together in deep listening. We come together to hear and to be loving and to be appreciative of journeys, and that creates the sacred. And so I appreciate that from you. Okay.
I want to say I'm happy.
Good. Glad you.
And it's really beautiful being with you in circle.
Yeah, it is. It is. One of the attendees then asked Angelique this question.
Yeah, Angelique, where do you see yourself moving into the near future? Do you see any kind of changes to the work that you're doing? Do you feel guided in an unexpected direction?
Well, it's very interesting that you ask that, because I feel as if I am in a sort portal waiting for something. And I really don't know what it is. But I feel that things are really evolving and changing. And I am not pushing anything. I'm just waiting for the answers to come. And the answers I receive is what I just got when we were busy with the website. Robert did my website over the last week. And I had the intention to start a girls' circle for young girls from 11 to 15. Mm-hmm. And it just didn't came to it yet. But it was just, boiling there somewhere. And now this virus is there. I'm sure it has to be later in the year, really later in the year, because it's even more important. And this is one thing I know for sure. But the other things, I think my work is really changing. Yes, I do. It's deepening. And yeah, I feel also that I have to be more in the outside, which scares me to death, of course. But I think it's really necessary. It's another thing, and therefore I have to be inwards all the time to prepare that. Yeah, that's what's happening. Mm-mm.
Thank you.
Yeah.
One thing I want to mention is how, we talked at the beginning, how you got onto a path that has led you to where you are today.
Yeah.
And we are all in this, what we call the Corona explosion, whatever, by lots of different names. And for some, it's very scary, and to all of us, to some degree, it has that possibility. We also, a lot of us, feel the opportunity there. But it isn't an unusual thing that an individual comes to a fear point, something that is hard for them, painful, fearful, whatever. But it's the perfect time to be open to say, where is there someone, some word, some art, some music that can give me a sense of there's something over on the other side of that wall.
Mm.
And put your foot on this path that the ancient ones way back in the Hermetic tradition in Egypt called it the moon path. It isn't your path because you've not been on a path before. You've been on a downward slide. You haven't had a path before. On the other side, there's a path somebody else has trod, and it's their path. But when you see it or drawn to something and you allow yourself to listen to the words, read that book, try on a new idea, it's somebody else's idea, but that it's helped them, that you ought to do. That's the beginning. If you're not willing to open your mind to something beyond what you know, you might get stuck here. Mm-hmm. So getting yourself onto a moon path is a path somebody else says, this has helped me. And then eventually what happens is you start to feel what is held within your own bones, what it is you are intrinsically. It's here, you brought it with you. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, we weren't taught that as babies, So thank you, Angelique, for sharing with us your incredible journey and your art. And is there anything else, as we close, is there anything else you want to say as we close? I'm going to leave that for you.
Well, yeah, what I like to share before we close is my prayer actually is for everyone to stay in the heart, to open our hearts. And also when we are scared, to go inside and feel the heartbeat and to connect with the heartbeat of the mother. I think this is a really important journey now, that we don't lose this heartbeat. As long as we are in our heart, we are connected. And then we are connected with ourselves. And when we are connected with ourselves, we can make this circle also bigger and bigger. Mm-hmm. We can connect with others. We can connect with ourselves first and with the mother. And that's the strongest connection ever. Mm-hmm. And I think this is important. And then I really love to share that I want to thank you, Sharon, because I so much appreciate our connection.
Same.
It's wonderful, and how we met as well. And I'm really, really grateful for that and thankful for having met you.
Blessings. And it's wonderful to be able to be with you in your circle with all those who love you as and love nature and love Mother and Heart as you do. And so thank all of you. Angelique, thank you for being the point.
Thank you.
The rest of you.
Thank you for making me the point.
Yes. As we leave, let's just take a moment and let yourself feel what it is you have gained here, Angelique, with that connection to earth, to nature, that in this field with us, there's an energy here that would not be except for your presence in it. And you might just see it as a pillar right up the midline of your body. Bright, glowing, loving. And then just breathe and expand that same love, intelligence, new information out until it encompasses the entire world. Because what we are here to do is to impact everyone, to bring them all into remembrance, to bring all of the wisdom awake. So breathe and let that pillar surround our earth and every living being in it. Giving it over to Mother Earth so that she can feed it up through the roots. And our world is changed because of your presence here this morning. And so it is.
Thank you.
So thank you all. Blessings.
Thank you.
Be well. Keep connecting with the Mother. Thank you, Angelique. The podcast Gazelles and the Phoenix is brought to you by those who are sponsors of my Patreon community called the Deep Roots. You can find that community on patreon.com/A Mystic's View. What we are doing is creating deep roots through adding our unique ways of being in life and contributing in life, as we see in Gazelles. And share with your friends. Those who want to know how they can help and support us, join us at Patreon or share the podcasts. Definitely rate our podcast 5 stars, of course, and always look for us on Facebook, A Mystic's View, and the Gazelle and the Phoenix is also found there. Subscribe, listen, and help us expand.